morning. I mean, it's not really morning. It's quite late. But I've been cutting together a few bits and bobs here and there. And I thought I would compile it into one vlog with some relatively Halloween theme. Or at least it's just like a late Halloween November vlog. But I hope you enjoy, nevertheless. I'm starting this off with cropping this sweater that I bought on Depop. It was like a little bit too long for the size, so it looked very frumpy. And I like this a lot better. First I thought I put on the ribbing again, but I decided against it. Then I am still on my knitting project. I'm doing mittens with skulls on them, and I have had to redo them quite a few times. We continue with something that I started probably 7 years ago. I have no clue. Like, I still lived in Sweden and I started this sugerskull, but I never finished it because depression. But now I decided to finish it off, and I was gonna give it to my mom. So here I'm just putting in different colors into the different sections that I've been marking out with a pencil. Of course, I had to bedazzle this one with 1,000 fake gems too, and I'm making small hearts on the cheeks because it's cute. After a while, I decided that it looked a little bit frumpy. It was hard to make the lines smooth and even, so I decided to fill all the blank areas in with black instead, and I like the result a lot better. All the colors pop a lot. I'm using like a combination of acrylics. I think some are acrylic gouache. Use some pens, like Copic markers, and then some thin brushes and whatever. And when I was done with all of that, I decided that it wasn't enough either, so I actually used gold spray paint because I didn't have gold paint, and I just sprayed out a small puddle on a surface and then used it as paint, and then I just did like the decorations all around, did small dots around everything, and just filled in these blank areas, and I thought it just brought everything together and looked very cute. And also it was very satisfying to do. Would highly recommend put gold on everything. When that was done, I gave it some varnish and just sprayed it on a few layers, tried to make it thin and as even as possible, just so that the paint wouldn't rub off and that it will get like the same surface all over. It did make the gems look a little bit watery maybe, but that's okay. And this is the finished result. I gave it to my mom and I think she likes it, so that's good. Oh my, this larva was the cutest thing ever. Have you seen how fluffy and orange it is? And spiky? And it was just having a blast. It was really fast and just chilling out. I saw it on my lunch break and I just had to take some video of it because it looked so funny. And here's me getting a package and also being very questionable with a knife. I ordered some mango from this crowd farming thing, so you order it directly from the farmer, which is cool. Then I have a shot of all the Carolina Reaper chilies we got on the tree. One is enough to kill you, basically. Here I am doing a soot spirit from different movies from Studio Ghibli, but in specific, I guess they are shown most in Spirited Away. I'm just cutting out the legs from this twine, doing knots on the ends, and then I have done this small clip markings for where they should be positioned. I stitched them in place. Cut off the threads and then just like bunch all the small legs together. And then you line up the middle part with the short side with the clip markings. And you do it for both of them. You basically stitch it as if it was a baseball or something like this. And then you just pin it so it's even all the way around. Now I'll bring you over to my sewing machine, and now the struggle begins. I would probably recommend sewing this by hand, because if you don't know what you're doing, this will just be an absolute nightmare. I've done these before, like I don't know how many, 4 or 5 of them. It's still a struggle, but you do a little bit, you leave the needle in, you put up the foot, you adjust the fabric, and you do like a few more centimeters and it starts over again. But I hope you enjoyed this montage of this wrestling match, and I'm sorry for the shaky camera. I tried to have it as close as possible, but that also means that it shakes from the machine. Otherwise I think it would be impossible to see anything. And here I also leave a small gap so you can turn it around, and hopefully no one sees that this is actually another one. Like the process is split up in 2 different ones. This one has another fabric and also another twine, but let's not tell anyone about it. No one will notice. Here I'm cutting out the eyes from some PVC or like fake leather, vegan leather, white vegan leather. And I'm just using a Sharpie to make the pupils. And then Tefat has built a small nest out of my fabric scrap box, so I just stole a little bit of fabric from her and cut it up into small pieces. This is actually from the old cat tree. I refurbished it, and now I'm using the old fabric to stuff things with because it's quite fluffy, but it's very ugly and very bad quality. Then I also added this small packet of cat mint. No, what is it called in English? Yeah, I'm not sure. It's whatever they become like high on. Because yeah, I aim this for being a cat toy. Also, like, I mean, humans will appreciate it, I hope. It's a present for a friend of mine who's going through a rough time, and I just wanted to cheer them up. And also cheer their cat up because, yeah, it's a super cute cat. It's called Donut, and it's the best weasel ever. Here I'm using some E7000 glue and attaching the eyes. I haven't had an issue of it falling off yet, so it works pretty good, I would say. Here's the finished result. It's a small Sitzbert, and yeah, it's a little bit of a wrestle, but I really like how it looks when it's done. And I'm gonna make a few more, so I have one for me also. Then I just wanted to show you I got these Marzipan Treats from a friend, and look how cute they are. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!